Good afternoon and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gage Ravellette, and alongside me is Justin Pisano. Got your last name this time. Welcome to a wonderful matchup of tonight's game here in Gayville, South Dakota. It's a lovely night for football. Not too much wind. Beautiful sunset here behind me. I can't see it right now as I'm in the booth, but around me it looks pretty nice. Tonight's matchup, as I mentioned, is between Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles and the Gayville-Volin Raiders. Gayville comes into this game 2-3. They lost to Alcester-Hudson, a pretty good Cubs team last week. And Sioux Falls Lutheran on the year is 0-6. So this one should be a relatively fair-ish matchup and be an exciting game. Before we get into the action, our camera's down at the moment, and it will be up once we get closer to game time. In the meantime, we'll change the screen. Michael Schumacher, back at the station, had a chance to sit down with both coaches. We'll start the first interview with the Raiders coach, Pat Beeman.
Welcome back to our coaches conversation. On the line, we have Coach Pat Beeman of the Gayville-Volin Raiders. Coach, you're having a bit of a day. How's it going?
Going well. A busy day, busy week, but always great to talk to you, and we appreciate you reaching out and providing coverage for our kids and our programs here at Gayville-Volin.
Hey, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Let's just talk a little bit about the season so far. You guys are 2-3. You had that great homecoming win against Irene Wakanda. Went to Alcester for their homecoming. It didn't go the way you were hoping, but you come back and you get to be back at home against Sioux Falls Lutheran and then Centerville. How are you feeling about closing out this regular season?
Good. We always just enjoy the fact that we have opportunities in front of us, until we don't. We just, it's kind of nice this time of year, a bye week like we've talked about in the past. We had ours awfully early, but now that we're in the thick of it, it's kind of nice to, you lick your wounds a little bit after, a game like Friday night, and there's really no time to think about that. It's on to the next opponent come the weekend and getting film out to our kids and coaches and turning the page. So learn from it and put it in the bank and keep going on. So we're optimistic going into the last few weeks of our year, hoping that we can do some good things and that they'll show up on the scoreboard for us.
Well, and that starts with this game against Sioux Falls Lutheran, and you never want to take anything for granted. But it's their first year at varsity, but they've shown in their games they haven't won yet, but they also haven't been shut out. They seem to be constantly fighting. A team like that can always be a problem if maybe somebody tries to take a play or two off.
For sure.
As a coach, how do you coach against that?
Well, it's hard. They're young kids and they see that, and unfortunately for us coaches, they know that. But you just have to stress to them, we're all high school kids. We all, get up and do things, and that, Michael, we're not. I've told our kids we're not good enough to roll the ball out there and just beat anybody. We've got to execute. We're down a few guys this week, with some injuries and other things. So I think, hopefully, we can use that to help motivate us a little bit. And we had some young guys come in and Alcester, and although the score didn't necessarily show it, we had some kids that proved to the coaches that being out there on a Friday night, if they're surrounded by some of our experienced kids, that they can perform for us. So we took some good things out of Alcester, and I hope our kids, and I'm confident that our kids will be ready to go tomorrow night.
All right, and as you look ahead, I've had one question. I've seen it all year long, but that October 18th, it says to be determined. How is that working this year?
Well, you can't correct me if I'm wrong, because apparently you don't know, and I think I know, but I was going to say correct me if I'm wrong, but I think how we're doing it is our conference got so big that we can't play everybody, So the west side and the east side have been divided, and we are in the east side, and we will play everybody in our conference plus a couple non-conference. And then the west side will do the same, and then I believe how they're doing is number 1 from the west and number 1 from the east. And number 2 from the west plays number 2 from the east. And the east is on the road this year. And then next year, east will match it up the same way. Obviously, it could be different teams next year, but then the eastern schools will host that final week. So I hope I got that correct. I think I do, but if not, don't blame me, Michael, if you announce that to the world and it's wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's how we're doing it.
All right. Well, I promise I won't blame anybody because it's just kind of been out there. I saw it as a crossover game, and I'm like, crossover. Okay. It just doesn't feel like it's been kind of fully explained, and so I've been left looking to see if there was anything filled in. So I just thought, well.
Yeah, I think each side has 5 teams, and then you play those schools and with a couple non-conference games, and then that last game is kind of number 1 versus 1 and 5 versus 5, and so on and so on there in the conference. So.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Well, I know you have something to get back to, so I want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me for this pregame interview. Really appreciate it. Always enjoy talking to you, and I think you said Nate Selchert will be coming up, right?
Yeah, yep. Junior offensive and defensive lineman, one of our leaders up front, and I hope you enjoy talking to him and showcasing him.
Sounds great. Thanks so much, Coach.
Hey, thank you for all your coverage. I appreciate it, Michael.
My pleasure. Have a great day. Welcome back to our coaches' conversation, and on the line we have head coach for the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles, Coach Daniel Strandy. Coach, how you doing today?
Not too bad. How are you?
Oh, doing great. It's football weather. It's not too cold, but it's not too hot. It's going to be some beautiful nights for football coming up, and some great games. And you guys are in your first season. How are things going for you?
Not too bad. We kind of knew coming into the season that nothing was going to be easy for us, and it certainly has not been. We've been knowing that it was going to be hard, and injuries are piling up as well. We're maybe starting to get healthy now towards the end of the season, but yeah, nothing's been easy, that's for sure.
Well, and that includes your schedule. I mean, the fact is, it's not just that you're playing a first season, but you're playing a first season against teams like defending champion Avon, Oldham Ramona Rutland for their homecoming, Arlington, Canastota. So you guys have been testing yourselves, and obviously you take what you can, but you haven't been shut out. You've been competing. You've been in some of these games. Sometimes it can be deflating, but how are the kids doing?
It's a challenge, but the kids they're holding up really well. They're not getting discouraged, and that's kind of been our mindset: is how do we keep motivating, and how do we keep the kids to not get them to not quit? And that's been our goal this whole year. Is we're building something here, so our goal is for this first season is don't quit on any game, because we know there's going to be some lumps, and we set little goals each game, and maybe one game will be like, let's win the turnover battle, let's do the right things in this, and then we never quit, and that's our mindset with this season, and hopefully just setting that as a culture, so then as seasons come out, we're a team that just won't give up. So. Well, that's kind of where, yeah. And then with the schedule, yeah, it hasn't been an ideal schedule. We know there's teams that we can definitely compete with around the state, but this is what we're dealt with, and we're kind of just taking it as a blessing in disguise. If you eventually want your program to be a successful program, you gotta play the best teams. So, we have a lot of young guys, young freshmen, sophomores, and they're going up against the best of the best, and it's kind of, I think, like I said, I think it's a blessing in disguise having them play against these tough teams and realizing what it actually takes to win those games eventually.
Well, and that's exactly right. And you touched on something that I wanted to touch on. Out of your entire lineup, 5 seniors. The rest, not even a ton of juniors. It's a lot of freshmen, a lot of FR if you look at that roster, a lot of SO, even a couple of 08s. So as a coach and as a staff, and hopefully as a team that they recognize it too, they're just going to get bigger. They're just going to get stronger. They're just going to get more athletic and more coordinated. You know, I remember when I was a freshman, man, if I could walk, I was lucky. And so are these guys also keeping that in mind, and fans and your supporters?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, like you know, we were a JV program last year, and we went undefeated against JV teams. Now, obviously, we had some seniors out there, but it was their second or third year ever playing the sport. But just knowing that there are, but yeah, we were undefeated with our JV schedule, and we knew that if we were going to be a JV again, we would have had similar results, and we knew it was the right time to go varsity, and with those younger kids growing, and they're a lot, like you were saying, as a freshman, we got some good freshmen, and they're a lot better than I was, and yeah, they're just going to get bigger and stronger. So every chance they get to see what juniors and seniors are doing and how they can be ready for when it's their time.
Well, and that's just part of the growing pains of a first-year program. And for this game, you guys are coming to Gayville-Volin, a team that's had its own ups and downs this season. What's your mindset coming into this game, and what are some problems that the Gayville-Volin team, what are some obstacles that they can provide to a squad like yours?
Well, just experience, like our guys haven't seen a ton of, we haven't seen a lot of what every team brings, because right away you get those really good teams, like you play a Canastota and you play a Coleman Egan and an Avon. It's like, well, they're just bigger, stronger, faster, so they don't need to take out their extra tricks, so it's us coaching them and trying to get our guys ready for everything possible, and it's, we have to focus on the little things. So, I mean, there could be some potential just things that we're not ready for that a Gayville-Volin could bring out, that we just got to try to coach up every position and let them know that any little thing could happen at any point in the football game, and that's the beauty of Friday night.
That is the beauty of Friday nights, and like I said, and I didn't, I don't think it's any small thing, because I've seen when I'm calling scores at the end of the night after a Tanager game, I'm calling a lot of shutouts. Where teams are shut out. You guys, it goes back to the never giving up, even when maybe the game feels out of hand, but your team is still out there plugging away, still fighting. You guys haven't been shut out this season, and I think that's a testament to just a fighting spirit that your squad has. Yeah, and that's been one of our little goals. As we started with our first game, we put points up on the board against Irene-Wakanda. We put points up on the next team, Avon, who played. That was a big, you score on the defending state champs. That's a big testament to, just those guys not quitting. And we just made that one of our small little goals that, hey, we haven't been shut out this year. Let's keep that rolling, because I played 9-man football as well here in South Dakota, and you're part of a lot of games where it can be over at halftime and 50-0, and we're not going to. That's our goal. That's one of our goals. Is we're not going to get shut out, and eventually it'll happen, but you got to have those goals. So. Well, and that's exactly right. Obviously everyone looks at a win and a loss, but as a coaching staff, you guys are looking at some of the wins in the game, some of the wins, like you said, the turnover battle, stuff like that. Well, Coach, I've taken up enough of your time, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. Best of luck not only in this game and not only with the rest of the season, but just in building this program. I think you guys have some big things ahead, and best of luck in all of that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks. That was Coach Daniel Strandy of the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles here on our pregame coaches show. again, they're a team to keep an eye on. They're in Sioux Falls, so as they start to grow, a private school might be able to get a couple of players here and there that maybe aren't going to start somewhere else. As long as they're showing that fighting spirit, they're going to have a chance. So best of luck to them. They're taking on Gayville-Volin, and that will be a tough matchup. And so we will be bringing that all to you after this on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
And welcome back, everyone, back to the action, back to the field. Before my mic got cut off last time, I would like to thank both coaches, Beeman and Strandy, for sitting down with us and talking before the game tonight. We got about 5 minutes till kickoff. We'll talk about both teams before we get to the action. But before that, we'll take a quick commercial break from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Proper respect is to stand at attention.
So now we'll take that commercial break from Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision. Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Muller. The Eagles.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out Toby'sLounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
And welcome back here at Gayville, South Dakota, as they wrap up the announcing of both teams' lineups. we'll take a look at the season so far for the Raiders. Last year they played Alcester, or excuse me, not last year. Last week they played Alcester Hudson. Didn't end up how they wanted. Some good things, some bad things. So they'll look to build off of what they saw last week. This week, though, all the focus is on it. Gayville needs this game to get back to 500 if they want a shot to get into the postseason and make it back to 500. They will be without their star running back, Will Fairley, and one of their star offensive linemen, Preston Carstens. So we'll see how they hold up against this Lutheran offense and defense without two big players. We'll have Carter Barron in the backfield, as it looked like he was back there for warm-ups. Wyatt Melhoff might get into the action, or even Hunter Webben might have to step up a little bit more. As both teams go into the middle now for the coin toss, well, about to get ready to kick off this action. So from my research done before both games here, it looked like Gayville like to stay in their wide out formation, like to keep the field spread. Carstens really does like to run the ball. Quarterback Spencer Carstens, senior quarterback, 6'2", 210. So with how big he is and how mobile he is, being able to run the ball with him, options, design runs, or even throw the ball, he's showed many times this year where he can throw it downfield and hit his receivers. So he has all the tools to do good. He just has to put it together and put the team on his back here. Lutheran on the other side has had a tough year as they are 0-6. Postseason's out of the window. That's out. I can't say they're officially eliminated, but the glimpse is small. So at this point, you're just playing for pride. You're playing for the love of sport. And we'll see if they can piece together anything else with these last two games. So I missed who got the ball first. As I was talking, I was looking at my notes. So it'll be a surprise for me, as it is you. As both teams game plan this first kickoff. Take a look. Gayville next week, as we look ahead, will be playing Centerville. That will take place in Centerville, the last game of the season. A lot of importance riding on that game, especially if the Raiders win here tonight. A chance to sneak into the playoffs, keep them dancing, keep them alive. It's a new season as soon as the postseason starts. So it looks like Sioux Falls Lutheran will kick the opening kickoff as the Raiders march to return. Back for the Raiders looks to be Carter Barron and Hunter Webben, both listed as wide receivers here on the roster. Both juniors, both 5'10", almost the same person as it looks to be. Kicking for the Eagles looks to be number 15, Sam Borg, as that one's a high kick, returned by Barron, as he makes one man miss. A second, he has some room now, one man to beat, and he can't beat him as the kicker, Sam Borg, makes the tackle and the saving play. So 1st and 10 now for the Raiders, around the 40-yard line. As I mentioned earlier, it will look to be a shotgun set. 2 or 3 wide receivers, most likely 2 with Fairley being out and injured. An ace formation. Carstens takes a snap, keeps it himself, gets about 8 yards as he carries a few on his back. So 2nd and 2, maybe even 1 for the Raiders. Good first play by Carstens. That running ability, as I mentioned earlier. Same formation now. Webben and Barron lined up on the outside as Carsons decides to keep it again. Is tripped up right at the line. He did have tons of room to run if he was able to avoid the trip. So 3rd and inches.
Oh, they're going to call it 3rd and short.
You almost could have that one measured. It's that close. So 2 plays, 2 carries for Carsons. Just shy of 10 yards if we get technical. Now, I formation for the Raiders. This isn't very usual, but it's a QB sneak. As he's able to get 6 off of it, it looked like the Eagles weren't even ready. They looked to be just as surprised as I was from the I formation.
Bonzer, you should cheer for that. Okay.
Wyatt Melhoff marches on the field with the play. Back to the ace formation. Hunter Webben on the left. Melhoff on the right. Carsons draws the offsides on the Eagles. So it should be 1st and 5. And yes, it was. It looked to be on that left end. Number 42, Owen Glister, a freshman for the Eagles. One thing to mention is this Sioux Falls Lutheran team looks to be extremely young. A handful of seniors, but mostly sophomore and freshmen. As Carsons hands this one off to Barron, who makes a few miss, but ultimately can't get too much. Look to be a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 now after the 2-yard run and defensive penalty. I'm looking for a pass play out of the Raiders. That is one thing I've noticed from this team is Carsons can sling the ball. And he has some wide receivers to do it. This time he does look and pass for a quick little hitch route off the hands of Barron.
Pitch to Carter Barron, it was incomplete.
So that will bring up 3rd and 2.
Looks like about 3rd and 2.
For the Raiders. Barron was open. He just wasn't ready for the ball to be right there as he turned. Had his hands on it, just couldn't make the grab. Same ace formation for the Raiders. Carson sends Webben in motion, fumbles the snap, decides to keep it himself, has room, makes a man miss, has 2 to beat, but is gang tackled. Will be a gain of 10 as the Raiders pick up a new set of downs.
Looks like about the 13-yard line for the Raiders.
So 1st and 10 from the 13. They have 1 first down left, but they probably won't need it if they get into the end zone. Just under 9 minutes left here in the first quarter as the Raiders line up. The 3rd first down of this drive. Carson decides to hand it off here. Looks to be Carter Barron. Does a nice little spin move to get 1 defender off of him, but will be tackled. So 2nd and about 5. 2nd and 4, we'll say.
6 yards on that 2nd and 4 for the Raiders.
Things seem to be clicking for this offense. Now a twins formation. Webben and Bear lined up on the right. Webben in motion, fakes a jet sweep, slant route to Barron. Did he get in? Looks like they will mark him short. Way short at the 2-yard line. I thought he was right on the goal line. It looked to be so, but I guess I'm wrong as they mark him down to the 2. So 1st and goal. Carson in shotgun. Takes a snap, decides to keep it himself, and almost just walks into the end zone to pick up the touchdown. 6-0 Raiders to start this game with 7:20 left in the first quarter. As they look to not kick the extra point here, they will go for 2. They have a kicker listed. I was excited to see it, but looks like we won't. 3 wide receivers set for the Raiders. Sends Webben in motion, right to left. Carsons drops back, throws it to Webben. Cornerback was eyeing that route pretty hard and sitting on the pass as he almost jumps it, but I guess Webben still caught it. I looked away too soon, so the Raiders will pick up the 2 points. And that cornerback was sitting on the route. I thought he was going to get the pick. It went through his hands, and Webben must have came down with it. Good reflexes by Hunter Webben. So they'll take a quick intermission, and so will we, from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Welcome back here, and a nice, beautiful night here in Gayville, South Dakota. The Raiders just scored on their first drive. The offense was clicking on all cylinders. Carsons was clicking on all cylinders, as I should say, as he manned the offense, ran most of the plays and the ball as they got into the end zone. And a wonderful 2-point conversion, as I called off a little too soon. But Hunter Webben did reel it in off the tip of the defender. So the Raiders will look to kick it now. As they are huddled up, I can't quite catch who the kicker is. It will be Mario Delgado, the sophomore kicker, who I thought was going to kick the field goal, but they elected to go for it. So, foreign exchange from Spain. So he should know how to kick a football at least. A soccer ball, I guess we should say over here. Back to return for the Eagles. Can't quite catch the numbers. As we'll find out. Looks to be 32. Cooper Obenden, a junior wide receiver. And he'll bring it to about just shy of the 25-yard line.
Okay, it looks like the ball's going to be right past the 25-yard line for 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. A chance to see their offense on the night. They'll look to be in a I formation. 1 wide receiver split out. Quarterback takes a snap, looks to pass, quick throw over the middle, and is picked off by Hunter Webben. It looked like he had a mark on the play as he jumped the route and got the ball. So the Raiders will get the ball back at the 22-yard line. It looks like they'll mark it. What a play by Hunter Webben after the extraordinary 2-point conversion catch. Quarterback dropped back. He must have sensed some kind of pressure as he looked somewhat panicked. and Webben was there to jump the route. So Carson's now in shotgun. Twins left. Looks to pass. Little mesh concept. Throws it deep. Hunter Webben just overthrows him. Webben laid out, and it looked like it might have touched his fingertips as Carson's overthrows him. So 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. As they now come out of the huddle. Ace formation. 2 wide receivers. Running back on Carson's left, who looks like to be the lead back. Carson's will keep it himself. Doesn't have much room. Looks to be a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Maybe even a yard. Excuse me, not 2nd and 8. We'll say 3rd and 9. I already forgot about the incompletion. I'm thinking pass play now. The Raiders open up in a 3 wide receiver set. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Carter Barron in the backfield next to Carson's. Takes the snaps, looking to throw it to Jordan Wolsterworld. Did he get in? Nope, I'm looking at the wrong yard line. Woosterwald will get tackled just on the nice side of the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Raiders. I thought that was Barron, and he snuck out into the flats, but it looked to be senior tight end. As the Raiders line up again, Carson's in shotgun. Option now, decides to keep himself. Late pitch to Barron, who had plenty of room on the outside, decided to cut it up, but it won't matter as he scores anyway with a defender on his back. So 14-0 Raiders. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. As Webben marches back in with the play call. Delgado went up to the coaches like he was gonna kick, but it looks like they'll go for 2 again. Another shotgun formation as Carsons looks to keep it, fakes it, now throws it back to Webben, who's wide open in the corner. A little throw over the top into the bucket for Carsons as the Raiders pick up another 2 points. 16-0 is the score here from Gayville-Volin. We'll take a quick intermission as they plan the next kickoff from Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Welcome back to the action. The Raiders are currently up 16-0 over the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. As the Eagles look to return another kick. We'll see how far they will take it. So back deep for the Eagles, as I mentioned earlier, Cooper Obenden, a junior wide receiver. His return mate, I can't quite catch the number. Looks to be a little squib kick. Bounced off one of the Eagles. Obenden picks it up anyway as he's stopped by a brick wall. That will be 55. Nate Selchert. Thank you. Names look pretty easy on paper to pronounce, but right before I go to say it, my brain just panics. So Nate Selchert makes a tackle there on the kickoff. Like a brick wall. The Eagles now back in their I formation. Raiders running a 3-4 defense. 3 defensive linemen, as they hand it off to the fullback, who stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. As they break the huddle, it looks to be number 25, Tate Duggion, a senior running back for the Eagles. So 2nd and 10. Back in the eye. Looks to be a run to the left, Eagles. This time a gain of 2, maybe even 1. So 3rd and 8 for the second drive. From the people up north, you could say. Important down now. Eagles look to be in more of a spread offense, similar to the Raiders. 2 wide receivers split out right, 1 left. Running back in the backfield. Quarterback fumbles the snap and will just go on down on it. The quarterback, as I don't think I've mentioned yet, is number 8, Rowan Becker, a freshman quarterback for the Eagles. Nice to have, but when you thrust a freshman quarterback into the game, it's a lot of pressure on the young kid. A lot of non-experience. But over the next course, 4 years of his high school career, he should develop pretty well. So 4th and a country mile for the Eagles as they elect a punt. Be picked up by Webben. Takes it on the outside, has some room, and will go out of bounds, avoiding a hit. So 1st down for the Raiders once again. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. See if they can continue this pattern with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And the drive will start at the 26-yard line. It's Carson's lined up in shotgun. Barron on his right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Barron. Has one linebacker to make miss. And his shoelace tackled. Grabbed at his feet.
Barron gets toe-tied by number 32 for the Eagles.
Making the tackle for the Eagles was 32. Cooper Obenden. As he is also the kick returner for Sioux Falls Lutheran. So 2nd and 10. I have a thought that Carson's will just keep this one himself. He drops back to pass. Middle screen to Barron. Has some room to run. One man to the end zone. But he will be caught from behind and pushed out of bounds. Pushing him out of bounds was number 15, Sam Borg, a junior for the Eagles. As Barron picks up a good chunk of yards, making it 1st and goal. Clock still running. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. All the refs signaling the clock to run. Carsons takes snap once again. This time looks to pass. Webbin, a quick little out route, will put the Raiders up 22-0. So Webbin's second touchdown of the night. As I had to think, Carson with 2 passing touchdowns already. Webbin with 2 receiving touchdowns. And now, the man of the hour, Mario Delgado, the sophomore kicker, will give his first field goal of a try. For the night. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So the Raiders nail the extra point, 23-0. Mario Delgado, the exchange student from Spain, picks up his first point of the night.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision. Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
And welcome back here as the Raiders set up for their third kickoff of the night. Mario Delgado looking to boot it deep after nailing an extra point. Alexa Squid kick it as an upper man will pick it up for the Eagles. Looks to be number 10, has some room, but gets caught from behind. Picking the ball up and returning it. Looked to be number 10, Braden Willie for the Eagles. So Sioux Falls Lutheran, will start their drive in pretty good field position at the 42-yard line. It's freshman quarterback Rowan Becker looks to get a spark from his offense. Lined up in shotgun now. Looks to pass a little bubble screen to the outside with a gain of about 6 yards. Catching the ball was 81, Abbott Moeller, a sophomore wide receiver. Looked to be a missed tackle by the Raiders as they had him stopped after about 3 yards of gain, but Moeller will push through the pickup 6 for the Eagles. Same personnel for Sioux Falls Lutheran. Becker takes the ball, decides to hand it off to his running back. Wide open room. They'll pick up the first down.
Straight dive for a pickup on first down.
So a new set of downs for the Eagles.
Which will bring the ball to the 42.
Running the ball looked to be
First and 10 for the Eagles.
31. Must not have been 31 as there's none listed on the roster. So excuse me for that, but I did not catch the number. It was probably 32, Cooper Obenden. Becker sends a man in motion. False start. The refs will call the play dead. The left tackle looked to jump a little early as Becker called the motion. Get the official word. So it is false start on the offense on Owen Gilster, the freshman tight end. As the clock continues to run, just under a minute left in the quarter. See if the Eagles can score before the break. First and 15. Becker sends his man in motion again, and another false start. It looked to me. It will be. On 42 again, Owen Gilster. So first and 10, first and 20 for the Eagles. 2 plays, 2 false start penalties, both on Gilster. I understand what's going on through his mind. Becker this time sends his man in motion a third time, looks to be a pitch to the left. The running back decides to throw it, who has a man, but the running back underthrows his man, who is wide open, and the Raiders will pick up the interception from Wyatt Melhoff, the junior wide receiver and cornerback, but he looked like a wide receiver on that play with his hands. So the Raiders, 4th possession, the first 3 were touchdowns. They get the ball here on the 33-yard line. First and 10. 17 seconds left in the quarter. Will they take a shot before the quick intermission? Carson's in shotgun. Takes a snap. Fumbles it a little bit. It looked like it was going to be a design run, and he took off too soon before the ball was in his hands. Clock will continue to run as it hits 00. So we'll take a break as well. I'm Gage Ravellette. Alongside me is Justin Paisano from Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Hey, we got a halftime performance to you tonight. We'll let the cheerleaders do it. You can be an I wait until midnight with work at 5 this morning. Yeah, that's why I'm drinking a lot of caffeine.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out Toby'sLounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
Welcome back to the action. I'm Gage Ravellette. This stream is presented by 5 Star Streaming and 106.3 Classic Hits here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube channel. The Raiders have looked overly dominant so far as we just hit 1 quarter of play. And the Raiders have the ball for the 4th time of the night. First 3 were all touchdowns. As the Raiders have the ball, 2nd and 11 on the 32-yard line. Carson's in shotgun. The defense looked to get a little jump as Carson looked to throw. His hand was hit. I don't know if they'll mark it as a fumble. They don't. So it will be incomplete. Looked to be nicely guarded by the Eagles and tons of pressure as they got to Carson's quickly. So 3rd and 11 after the incompletion. Another passing opportunity on a long 3rd down. Carson takes a snap, looks to pass again, has his tight end underneath, but he won't make it to the 1st down. So a small screen play. Catching the ball was senior tight end Wustewald. Will pick up a gain of 7 for the Raiders. So 4th and 4. Raiders elect to go for it. Ace formation. Carsons takes a snap, decides to keep himself. Has a lead blocker and plenty of room. Finds a hole and will pick up just over 20 yards. So a new set of downs and a 1st down. That's what a new set of downs is. So 1st and 10. Carson using his legs to extend the drive and try to extend this touchdown streak that they got going on. 3 wide receiver set. Carson's in shotgun once again. Takes a snap. This time hands it off to Carter Barron, who is met at the line. Announcer says 2, changes his mind to 1, so it will be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders. Keaton Wary with the quick substitution and play as Grayson Rice jogs off the field. So 2nd and 9. Wide receiver on each side. Running back in the backfield, lined up on the left. Carsons looks to throw. He does, has a man. And it looked to be a miscommunication maybe. Webben was already turned around, looking for the ball as Carsons threw it over his outside shoulder. Hunter Webben, the intended target, had his man beat by a few steps, but the pass could not connect. The Raiders will take a timeout. We'll take one as well from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
And we are back after that quick intermission and the Raider timeout. So 3rd and 9. Following that incompletion to Hunter Webben. We'll see what the Raiders have dialed up as they elect to go twins right. Carter Barron and Webben both lined up on the right. Carsons looks to throw. Had a man off a hitch route as Carsons has plenty of pressure and can't avoid the sack. Barron wanted the ball off the initial hitch and decided to turn upfield, but Carsons just didn't have time to throw it to him as he had pressure from every angle. So 4th and about 12. Looks like they will go for it as they are on the 41-yard line. Now spread formation, 2 wide receivers on each side. Carsons does have a running back in the backfield who will pick up any blitzes. 4 or 5-man rush. Carsons decides to sling the rock. And the Eagles will be called for pass interference, it looks like. The defender looked like he just tried to face guard. And that's what the ref will pick him up on. And it looks like they'll wave it off. I didn't see much contact, but I wasn't sure if the ref was going to pick him up on the face guarding or not. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So they get the ball. And probably the best field position they've had all night. The 41-yard line. As freshman quarterback, Rowan Becker needs to get something going to spark his team. The Eagles now trips left. Becker sends a man in motion. His running back goes out to the trip side. Looks to be a screen to his running back. Flag is thrown. I thought it was a face mask, but 54, Tanner Logan looked to be on the shoulder pad instead. A flag is thrown, though, before the tackle. It might be illegal motion. And it is on the Eagles, so that will back them up 5 yards.
So 1st and 15 for the Eagles. 8:54 left in the second quarter.
So after the screenplay and the double motion, which was called back for a penalty, the Eagles will have it 1st and 15 from their own 36-yard line. Becker looking to throw, has his man off a little hitch, who almost got back to the original 10-yard mark, but will be stopped short. So 2nd and 11. Melhoff with the tackle. Catching the ball looked to be 15, Sam Borg for the Eagles. So 2nd and 11 now. Becker sends a man in motion. Looks to keep it this time, but instead hands it off to his running back. 32, Cooper Obenden little misdirection as everybody was moving left and snuck the handoff right. So 3rd and 4. See if the Eagles can convert. Seven and a half minutes as the clock winds down in the second quarter. Another 3 wide receiver set. Becker, man in motion once again, looks to throw. This time it is to the man in motion, number 81. Abbott Moeller, who catches it, but does get tackled in the backfield, so it will be 4th and 5. The Eagles have a decision to make. They did get the stop last drive. They do have a little renewed hope in their defense, but they do need points. They will elect to go for it. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Becker with a man in the backfield with him, looks to pass, throws it deep, has his man open. Will the ball get there? And it won't. Just overthrown. Had his man, number 15, Sam Borg. He beat Melhoff, who had an interception earlier, but they couldn't make the connection, Borg and Becker. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they came up short on a 4th down. We'll look to find the end zone for the 4th time of the night. It's Carson's. Takes the snap, looks to throw, quick throw to Carter Barron for an easy pickup of 6. So 2nd and 4. As the Eagles look to march once again. So Carter Barron, who seems to be a high-producing member of this offense in normal weeks, hasn't done too much tonight other than a few runs in that pass. Carson now keeps it himself. Will they give him the 1st down? It's close. As we look to the line judge, and they do. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. As I was saying, Barron hasn't done too much as one would expect him to in normal weeks, but I think it's from the new position at running back with Will Farley out. New position, might not hand the ball off to him as much as they would Fairley, and with Hunter Webben also on the outside, they have plenty of threats. They don't need him. This time Carson keeps himself plenty of room. Will he go untouched? No, he won't, as Sam Borg will stop him and tackle him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Raiders from about the 2. Maybe 3. As it is on the far hash. See what the Raiders can do after that long 30-yard run. I formation. Carsons will just keep it himself as he goes right behind the center. The refs say 2nd down. So he will be stopped short after a gain of about 1. So 2nd goal. About 2 to go. Clock just over the 4.5-minute mark before half. as the Raiders are under center once again. Flags will fly. It looked like the offensive guard jumped just a little bit. And it was the offensive guard, 54, Tanner Logan. 5'9" senior. So the Raiders will be backed up. Clock still rolling. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Raiders back in shotgun now. A little too far to run QB sneak. Carsons fakes the run, has his tight open, wide open. Took a step or two forward to bait the defense, and that opens the whole backfield up for Wooster-Wald. So the Raiders will find the end zone once again. 29-0. 4 minutes before half. Delgado will line up to kick his second extra point. See if he can nail it, just like he did the first. Good snap and hold. Flags fly. Most likely a false start. So I am wrong. It is on the defense as they jumped a little early. The ball will be moved up about a half a yard, maybe even a full yard. So Delgado, a second try at it, and it will go through. So his second extra point of the night as the Raiders take a 30-0 lead with 4 minutes left before half. We'll take a quick break as well from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Here's we got 36. Not bad.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
And we are back for the second half of the second quarter here in Gayville, South Dakota, as the Raiders have an early 30-0 lead on Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. Mario Delgado now, the sophomore kicker from Spain, will line up to boot this one. It's been squib kicks all night, so that will likely continue for the Raiders. High kick now for Delgado as Oberden will return it to about the 42-yard line is where they'll spot him. Player looks to be injured on the field, though. One of the Eagles looks to be his right leg as the trainer marches out there. So we'll take a break as they tend to him, and we'll be back with the second half of the second quarter from the game.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hayshed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hayshed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hayshed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Do one more.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Oh, I know why. Because that's the last time I played this in SDH. No.
And we are back here in Gayville. The injured Eagle looks to be up and walking on his own power. So hopefully he is all right. He looks to be. Do not wish any injuries on anybody. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 42-yard line. Just under 4 minutes here in the quarter as Becker lines up in shotgun. Goes to pass, quick one to his wide receiver Borg. As it goes right through his hands. Melhoff looked to be there to make the tackle if he were to catch the ball. But it will be ruled incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Same formation for the Eagles. Becker takes a snap, looks for the same play again. This time, Borg shifts to the middle of the field, does pick up the catch, and will pick up a first down as the Eagles move into Raider territory. It looked like the Eagles called the same play. Becker scrambled to the outside like it wasn't there, and Borg turned upfield to make the catch. So 1st and 10 from the 44 in Raider territory. have the Eagles found some momentum. Becker looking to throw again. Has a man on the hitch route. Makes a catch. And will be hit and tackled immediately. So second and about 4. After that play, making the catch was number 10, Braden Willie, a sophomore wide receiver for Sioux Falls Lutheran. So 2nd and 4, Becker takes a snap in shotgun, another screen underneath, and Borg just flat out drops that one as he was there and had room to run after the catch. So incomplete on 2nd down. So Becker in shotgun, wide receiver on each side, sends a man in motion. This time pitches to his running back. And it looks in the backfield. So it will be 4th and 10 for the Eagles. That was a stop the Raiders needed to keep the goose egg on the scoreboard. The Eagles do have one more chance this drive, as it's 4th and 10. But they really need a play here. Clock just under 2 minutes in the half. As Becker lines up in shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. Becker sends a man in motion, right to left. Looks at pass, has a man deep, overthrows him once again. So incomplete. The Raiders will get the ball back at the 44-yard line. So what looked to be momentum for the Eagles will come up short once again. 30-0 as the score stays the same. Carson's back at quarterback in a spread formation for the Raiders. Take the snap, has the end unmarked as he almost hit Carsons before the throw, but Carsons will get the ball off to Carter Barron for a gain of 9. So 2nd and 1. As the Raiders will cross into Eagle territory once again. Clock still running, just over 1 minute left in the half. Back to spread formation. Carson takes a snap. All 4 go on routes. Carson takes a shot downfield, almost intercepted, as he just underthrows Hunter Webben. So 3rd and short. That was the time to take a shot play, as they just come up short. One minute left in the half. Spread once again. You have to think an option play or quarterback run just to pick up the 1st down. Carsons will keep it himself. He will dive forward and pick up the 1st down quite easily. So new set of downs. Clock will start to roll once the chains get set. "45 seconds left before halftime. Raiders have to be thinking to pick up the urgency to score before half, but Carson will be sacked by the pressure as the clock stops. Timeout called by the Raiders as they look to drop a few plays before half, We'll take a break as well from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
And welcome back to the action here in Gayville, South Dakota with the last 35 seconds before half. I'm Gage Ravellette, and alongside me on the computer is Justin Paisano. So second and 11, maybe 12 for the Raiders. In spread formation, looking to get one more score on the board before half. 35 seconds left. Carson drops back, plenty of pressure in his face. Will just throw it away. I don't think he had much downfield, and Carson's is now limping. So that play took 5 seconds off the clock, as it's now third and long. Flag is thrown. Carson's will be dinged for intentional grounding. So loss of yards and down. Third and a country mile for the Raiders. That spread formation is nice when you need a chunk of yards, but it does leave your quarterback vulnerable for damage and hits. Have to think the Raiders will go out of ace this time to provide a little protection for their quarterback. And more yards were taken from the Raiders, as it's now a third and a real mile, as Carson's will just hand this one off to his running back. And they will let the clock run out as it hit 15 seconds. Fourth and long. And that will be half. So the Gayville-Volin Raiders have shown the dominant hand in tonight's game, 30-0. We'll take a quick intermission and be back for a halftime report from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision. Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders and all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
And welcome back to halftime of the Gayville-Volin Raiders and Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. Raiders have been the dominant team so far, clicking on all cylinders, offense, defense, and even special teams, really, as they've shut down the Eagles on both sides of the ball. Manning the helm on offense has been Spencer Carsons, as he has 3 touchdowns on the night, 1 rushing, which was the first touchdown in the game, and more of a QB sneak-esque type play, and the other 2 have been through the air. Now, they have scored more than 3 touchdowns, but those are what I have marked down. Excuse me. Carsons has 3 passing touchdowns through the air. Hunter Webben has two of the passing touchdowns, as he caught both in the left corner of the end zone, and Jordan Wustewald has the 3rd passing touchdown. As that was their last touchdown, Carsons faked a run, got the whole defense to bite on it, and lobbed it up to his tight end, wide open, nobody near him in the end zone. So, as I mentioned, the Raiders have been dominant on offense and defense, as they picked up a few interceptions and plays of their own. Wyatt Melhoff picked up an interception, as well as Hunter Webben, both early on in the game. Hunter Webben had the quarterback planned out, mapped out, and jumped the route before he even threw it. And it was one of the easier interceptions Hunter Webben would have got in his career. Melhoff, on the other hand, had a deep ball thrown his way, and he came down with it as a nice catch himself, shown by the junior wide receiver and defensive back. The Eagles, on the other side, haven't had much production. They've had small glimmers of hope, which I thought would have turned into good drives, but were ultimately flushed down the drain as the Raiders picked up steam. Rowan Becker, the freshman quarterback, has done his best to get his team on track, but his efforts have been fruitless, as his wide receiver Cooper Obenden running back, has had a nice few gains, but nothing of substance either. Now, star wide receiver Sam Borg for the Eagles has had a nice few catches, especially that last drive for the Eagles, which they made it into Raider territory and to about the 25-30 yard line. But Borg had a few drops that were crucial to the drive that would have really helped in terms of scoring points. So that is all I've got for the highlights of the game. We'll take a quick break and we'll look around the state from other games in the area.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermilion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision. Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day. Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
And welcome back as we take a look around the state. We'll start in 11AA, listing off some of them teams. Number 2 Brookings takes on number 4 T Area. As that game is halfway through the first quarter, Brookings is up 6-0. Number 3 Yankton takes on Sturgis Brown over on the west side of the state. That game is also halfway through the first quarter, as Yankton is up 7-0. You can catch that game on you can catch that game on Yankton Bucks YouTube. And that is being brought to you by Zach Spear. Also in 11AA, number 5 O'Gorman takes on Receiving Votes Pierre TF Riggs. O'Gorman is currently leading that game 14-0. On to 11A. Number 4, Dakota Valley takes on Beersford. Dakota Valley is winning that game 7-0 halfway through the first quarter. Receiving Votes Canton is beating number 2 Lennox 3-0 as the first quarter is about to wrap up. Number 5 West Central takes on number 3 Del Rapids. That game is all tied at 0 halfway through the first. Now Vermilion takes on number 1 Sioux Falls Christian at the Dakota Dome. Number 1 Sioux Falls Christian is up 7-0 halfway through the first, as Vermilion does have the ball. That game can also be watched at the Vermilion Tanagers YouTube channel, brought to you by Michael Schumacher. On to 9AA. Number 5, Trip Delmont Armor ACDC takes on number 1 Avon. That game is all squared off at 0 halfway through the first. Number 2 Hamlin takes on the Smith. That Hamlin is winning that game 16-0. Number 3 Elton Lake Benton plays Garrettson. Elton Lake Benton is also winning that game 14-0 halfway through the first. Number 3, Warner takes on Redfield. Warner is currently winning that game 14-0 halfway through the first. And lastly, number 4, Viber Curley takes on Chester area 14. Viber Curley is beating Chester area 14-0 halfway through the first. As I repeat myself over and over, most of these games are just starting, as this one is in half, so they will be lower scores and halfway through the first. On to 9A, number 3, Falkton takes on North Central. Falkton is currently winning that game 8-0. Number 1, Parkston takes on Platte Geddes. The Trojans are beating Platte Geddes 12-0. And on to 9B, receiving votes, Corsia Stickney beat Sunshine Bible Academy 44-0. Receiving votes, Oldham Ramona Rutland takes on Coleman Egan. Coleman Egan, looking to upset the receiving votes team, is up 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. And those are some scores around the state. We got just under 3 minutes left before half, so we'll take a quick break and be back with the start of the second half.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
Without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
And we are back for the second half of action here on a beautiful night in Gayville, South Dakota, as the Raiders are up 30-0 over the Sioux Falls Lutheran Eagles. It has been Raiders all night in a complete dominance of a performance, as both teams talk over the kickoff. The Eagles should be returning the ball here to start the second half. So it looks like Becker is warming up his arm on the sideline. As the audio control man gets the crowd hype and even me hype here in the booth, we look to start the second half. The Eagles now march to return. It looks like back to return will be number 32, once again, Cooper Obenden. Pretty much alone by himself to return the kick. So a new kicker for the Raiders, Spencer Carsons, to boot this one away. It's Obenden will pick the ball up from the ground, runs into his own blocker, and will be stuffed just shy of the 30-yard line.
Tripped up by Rice and then a host of other ones there. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Looks like at the 20.
Making the tackle for the Raiders will be Grayson Rice. So 1st and 10 for Roman Becker and the Eagles. I formation once again for Sioux Falls Lutheran. Pitch to the outside, immediately stopped by a band of Raiders. There is a flag on the play.
Tackled by Seltzer, but there's a little laundry.
Possibly holding. As the refs will discuss it. Here's the call. So the refs will get the Raiders with a face mask, as it will be 1st and about 6. As the clock continues to run, Becker under center once again, hands the ball off. Back to his main man, Cooper Obenden, in the backfield. This time stuffed right at the line. Maybe a gain of 1. So 2nd and 4 after the short run. Eagles now. Third play of the drive. 2nd and 4. Becker under center. Hands it off to his fullback this time. Who marches ahead. Will they give him the 1st down? And they do. So a new set of downs for the Eagles. So some hard-nosed run game has been the halftime adjustment for the Eagles as they look for a response from the 30 points unanswered in the first half. Becker's now under center, fumbles the snap. His fullback will fall on it, saving the drive. So 2nd down. After that loss of 1, maybe 2. We'll see if they dial up a pass play, as they have a few times in the first half. Becker, now in shotgun. 3 wide receiver set, fakes a handoff, rolls out to his right, looking for a man, has one. Throws it just above him as Owen Gilster can't reel it in. Not a bad pass by the freshman quarterback. But Gilster's just got to come down with that one. That's a 12-yard catch plus whatever he would have gotten after the catch. So 3rd and long now. Becker in shotgun, looking to pass once again. Dumps it off short to Abbott Moeller for a gain of maybe 5. So 4th and 7. As the clock still rolls, just under 9 minutes. As the Eagles need one more stop to get the ball back. Becker back in the three wide receiver set. 2 on his right, 1 on his left. Takes a snap, looking to pass. Has wide receivers open in the middle of the field, but can't get away from the pressure as Spencer Carsons makes the tackle. So the Raiders will get the ball back. First and 10 from the 44. The Raiders need 20 points to shut this game down early. We'll see if they can do it. 8:20 left in the quarter. Carson's under center. Looked to be a triple option, but it's blown up in the backfield. Carsons keeps it himself and picks up about a 4-yard gain, it looks to me. Ball right square on the 40. 2nd down. So 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Carson's back in shotgun. This time looking to throw. Has a hitch route by Carter Barron, who makes a catch. Can he get away? And he does! Room for the end zone! But gets chased down behind and pushed out of bounds. What a fight by Carter Barron for a big gain. First and goal on the 5-yard line. Carter Barron was ever so close to getting into the end zone. Had so much green grass in front of him. Just can't quite make it. So 1st and goal for the Raiders. Ace formation. Carson takes a snap, looking to maybe run himself, but is swarmed by a ton of Eagles. Gets a pass off, and it will be a touchdown by Wyatt Melhoff. So a little creative ability by the senior quarterback to find his man as he's being tackled. Looked a little Mahomey as a score. Now Mario Delgado back for his 3rd extra point. And he does. Not even a thought of worry in that kick. So 37-0 for the Raiders. We'll take a quick break. I'm Gage Ravellette. Alongside me is Justin Paisano from the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
And we are back here in Gayville, South Dakota, as the Raiders once again scored another touchdown off of a creative, non-design outcome from the play. Carson's, his 4th passing touchdown of the night. This time to Wyatt Melhoff, his first receiving touchdown, first touchdown in general of the night. So Carson's back to kick. Second time of the half, a little squib kick. Back to Cooper Obenden, who has a decent return out to the 42-43 yard line for the Eagles. The clock still rolling as it rolls just under 7 minutes.
High school football game when a score reaches 35 points.
Eagles haven't been able to get much going all night, as Roman Becker in the backfield decides to just hand this one off. There's no room to run at all for number 3, Cooper Obenden. So that will be a loss of 3. Second and 13 for the Eagles. Becker marches onto the field, relay the play to his team. This time, Becker in shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion. Takes a snap, looking to pass. Has a man deep downfield. Can they connect? And the intended target, Owen Gilster, turned the wrong way. Couldn't track the ball as Becker threw it to his outside shoulder. So 3rd and 13. Gilster had plenty of room around him to even potentially score if Becker could have connected. Becker in shotgun again. Looks to be a little screen pass. This one is caught, but stopped at the original line of scrimmage. Making the tackle for the Raiders was Engen. So 4th and 9. Number 32, Carson Engen, as I was looking for his number. 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. It looked like they might punt. 4th and 9, excuse me. They will punt. Nobody back to return it. So the ball will be downed just short of the 20-yard line as the clock ticks just under 4 minutes in the quarter. The Raiders now back on offense. You have to look at this performance by the quarterback, Spencer Carsons, who's kind of done it all for the team. 4 passing touchdowns, 1 of his own on the ground. He's gotten everybody involved the whole night. Really has been the man of the team, the man at the helm. As this time he's under center, 2 running backs behind him, pitch out to the right. Can Hunter Webben find some room? Almost does, but the Eagles will make the stop. This time, number 9, Jacob Stubker on the tackle. 2nd and 6. 2:45 left. So same formation for the Raiders, who will pick up a few, but not much. Maybe none at all. They will give him a yard. So 3rd and about 4 or 5. A long 4. As Wyatt Melhoff trots off the field, coming in for him is freshman wide receiver number 10, Timothy Bachenko, spelled the same as the Kansas City Chiefs running back. Barron under center this time, fakes it to an option. He does pitch it to Carter Barron as he makes it to the outside, but is tackled. But after picking up the first down, so 1:15 left in the quarter. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Clock still rolling. Carter Barron marches into the huddle with the play. Carson's under center, takes a snap, right back to Hunter Webben, inside handoff for a short gain of 2. 2nd 8, as they do not have to run a play before the end of the quarter. Looks like they will wait it out. So that will be the end of the quarter, the 3rd quarter, right here in Gayville, South Dakota, as the Gayville-Volin Raiders are up 37-0 on the Eagles. We'll take a quick intermission as well and be back with the last quarter of the game here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders YouTube.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Oh, maybe Vermillion did.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
So welcome back to the start of the 4th quarter as the Raiders lead 37-0, and they have the ball on the 36-yard line, 2nd and 7, maybe 8. We'll see what the Raiders have drawn up. Looks to be another inside handoff for the Raiders. For a gain of maybe a yard. So 3rd and a long 5. As Carter Barron, trots off the field. Replacing him is number 48, Isaac Kruger, a freshman tight end. As it looks like there's a whole new set altogether. At the helm, under center, is Jeremiah Gustad, the freshman quarterback on the team. As that snap is fumbled, so 4th down. So 4th and 8. For the Raiders. As Hunter Webben will march off again. Probably his last play of the game. As Gustad in shotgun now looking to pass. Has a man. And it was Carter Barron on the hitch route. So the Eagles will take over with the ball in Raider territory, 1st and 10. We'll see if the Eagles make any substitutions as well. And Becker will remain on the field at quarterback. Lined up in shotgun. Looks to throw, has a man deep. Can they connect off his fingertips maybe? But incomplete. So 2nd and 10.
Hey, just so you know, tomorrow the Raiders will be playing in the Great Plains Conference
Just
Tournament
under
so good volleyball
9 minutes
so if you get a chance, go out there and
left
support the Raiders.
in the game. As the Eagles line up, 2nd play of the drive, Becker in shotgun. Looks to keep it himself. Was maybe a designed option play. Becker's fumbles quickly fell on by another Eagle. Eight minutes now left on the clock. 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. See if they can come up with some magic late in the game. This time pitch. Plenty of room to run. He sneaks by one wide receiver to lead block. Doesn't need him. The Eagles will find the end zone and not be shut out 37-6. Scoring that touchdown was number 32, Cooper Openden, as he finally found some room to run at the end of the game. Sioux Falls Lutheran will go for 2. And a three wide receiver set. Has a man on an out route, but swatted away by look to be number 14, Wyatt Melhoff. So the Eagles get on the board to answer some of the points scored from the Raiders. We'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the action on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
And we're back for the second half of this fourth quarter here in Gayville, South Dakota, as the Eagles will kick it off for the second time tonight. A little backspin on that kick as a hard hit by the Eagles. Number 81, Abbott Moeller, as he laid the boom on the returning Raider. So 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The Raiders now looks to be most of their second team getting some action here tonight at the end of this game. Freshman quarterback decides to keep it himself. Jeremiah Gustad taking charge in this game with a keeper on first down. So 2nd and 8, 6.5 minutes left, as Hunter Webbin marches back on. Maybe a pass play here, as Barron and Webbin are both in the game. Looked to be a handoff by Gustad to his running back. Isaac Kruger.
Looks like a fumble on the play. Eagles recover, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at about the 31.
So Kruger fumbled, and the Eagles will pick it up. So 1st and 10, Sioux Falls Lutheran. Sioux Falls Lutheran now all in a huddle on their sideline. They must be switching things around as the clock ticks under 5 minutes. Here they are now, marching onto the field. A new man under center, Abbott Moeller. And I formation this time, hands it off to number 24, Jake Hahn, who chops his feet at the line of scrimmage and goes back a few yards. So a loss of 5 for the Eagles. 4 minutes left in the game. See what else the Eagles have dialed up. So Moeller now back under center. A pitch out to the right. Can Hahn find the edge? He does a little bit. Flag is thrown as home is taken down from the nameplate. He seems to be injured on the play. It looked to be a flag thrown for the horse collar, but a second flag might have been thrown as the refs talk it over. We'll see if they make a call. Looks like we might get the call here. So it will be a late hit on the defense. So a new set of downs for the Eagles. Jake Hahn looks to be up and walking on his with a little support. As they make it to the other side of the field. So second and short, not a new set of downs for the Eagles.
All right, we have a fan of the night. Drum roll, buzzer. Kendra Beck.
See if the Eagles can pick up a new set of downs. Just over 3 minutes left in the game. Clock begins to roll once again. Moeller under center. Takes a snap. Looks to be an option play of some sort. Moeller decides to keep himself. But Wyatt Melhoff makes a stop. Not after Moeller gets the first down, though. So a new set of downs for the Eagles. Two and a half minutes left in the game. Eagles on the Raider 17-yard line. Marching on the door of scoring a second time here in the fourth. Moeller hands it off to number 9, Jacob Stubker, who will not find his way into the end zone, will be marked short. So first and goal from the 2 or 3 yard line. minute 45 left in the game. Will the Raiders make the goal line stop? Moeller takes a snap, hands it right back to Stubker, and will effortlessly get into the end zone for the second score for Sioux Falls Lutheran. Have to imagine the Eagles will go for two. As they did after the first touchdown. And they elect to go for two. This time Moeller dropping back to pass. Heavy pressure. Can't escape it. And Hunter Webbin will make the tackle to stop the conversion. So minute and a half left in the game. We'll take a quick break as both teams talk it over and be back for the kickoff.
Wait. Toby's Lounge has wings?
Yep, wings.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Well, yes, they still have the best roasted chicken in the universe, but they also have big, juicy, saucy wings. Only 71 cents each on both Mondays and Thursdays. Toby's Lounge also has 7-ounce burgers that have won Burger Battle. Happy hour starts every day at 5, beers for only $2. Check out tobyslounge.com or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook for all the daily specials. Toby's Lounge open 11 to 9 every day.
Hey, it's Paula here at the Hay Shed in Gayville, home of the half-pound burger and homemade onion rings. You know, there's nothing better than wrapping your mouth around a mouth-watering, big, juicy, medium, hand-pattied homemade burger. And the Hay Shed in Gayville has just that burger for you. Grab some homemade onion rings or fries to go along with that mouth-watering burger. Wash it all down with that favorite beverage, and all this goodness is at the Hay Shed in Gayville, where we have good friends, good food, good times, and everything is homemade.
And we are back with the last minute and a half of this game. Number 15, Sam Borg for the Eagles will kick off. Booming kick. Fair caught by Hunter Webbin.
Raiders will take over.
As the clock continues to tick, under a minute and 10 seconds. It looked like the Raider starters are back on the field to kneel this one out in the coveted victory formation. As they line up, they indeed are in a victory tight formation. And the Raiders will improve to 3-3. With 2 games left in the season, it is not a dire win out, but it is just about. As the Gayville-Volin Raiders are right now currently, without this game, tied for 16th in the rankings. They will need all the points they can get to make the postseason. I'm Gage Ravellette, and alongside me is Justin Pisano. Thank you for joining us here tonight in Gayville-Volin. It was a pleasure. It was a good game. Wonderful game played by the Raiders. We'll see you next week from Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.